Hola guys, happy Sunday, happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to any daddies watching. Happy Father's Day to y'all's husbands, y'all baby daddies, y'all's significant other, y'all's boyfriend, y'all's stepdad, y'all's grandpa, anybody, any male who is providing support and love and being a great example to a child. Happy Father's Day from me to you. I do not celebrate it myself, but I do acknowledge good daddies and good male figures who do awesome things for kids in their life. So, happy Father's Day. I am waiting for little dude to come home. I'm actually expecting to get a text or a phone call asking if he can stay an extra day, which will be cool. It's just getting late, so they need to hurry up and let me know. But I thought I'd sit down and show you guys the plethora of awesomeness that I have been finding in the last few days, or since I saw you guys last. Do not be hypnotized by the owie on my nose. I know, of all places to get an owie, I got an owie there. But I'm the one that's looking at it. So I hope you are not distracted. But the last week was kind of emotional for me. There was some violent aggression things happening here within walking distance of my house. There was an active shooter at a field house where kids were having summer camp, and thankfully everyone did what they were supposed to do. The staff, teachers, and the police department here in my town did what they were supposed to do, and nobody was killed. Well, all the children and staff were safe, but the gunman was taken down, and it was very close to home, too close to home. We're fresh off of the horrible incident in Uvalde, and this is literally within walking distance from the house. So this was going on in my community with the children in my community, and it really hit home like hard. And then I'm just kind of an emotional mess. I was an emotional mess last week. I also drove by my old home midweek last week to take a look at the house that I grew up in, and come to find out that they had knocked it down. I was expecting the gentrification and all the new build in the neighborhood to eventually knock the house down, or eventually put something up on the property, but I wasn't ready to drive by there and see this brand new cookie cutter house put up in its place. And it hit me really hard. I had really good memories in that house. That's where we grew up. So it affected me a lot more than I thought it was going to. So thankfully, thrifting did help get my mood a little better. I am a little anxious. Supposedly, little dude would be going in July with his dad for the whole month. This is the first time they're going to attempt it. But usually with his dad, you just never know. So I'm kind of playing that by ear, but I am having to psych myself up psychologically, emotionally, to let that happen or be ready for that to happen. So just emotionally, I was kind of all over the place. But y'all know I thrift, and I had gone to Goodwill, and if y'all watched one of my last few videos, y'all know how disappointed I've been in Goodwill lately. They have gone kind of chicy boutique-y, and they streamlined their inventory, and their shelves are pretty bare, and their prices are really high. But I went today, and the shelves are slowly starting to get cluttered again, which is a joy for me. The prices are still a little ridiculous, but I did find 3 little pieces there. And then I went over to the bins, and you guys, I hit all my happy spots there today with the bins. And then we've been to Thrift Town, and we've been to the little thrift store in my local community, all since I last saw you guys. So let me get into the Goodwill store, the actual store. I found these. Now, the last time I went, there was no metal scrolly goodness, and I was very, very disappointed. But I found these adorable little candle holders, and I'm actually going to replace the thick, heavy ones that I have you guys propped on with these lighter ones, just to give my table more room, because this is our Lego table now. This is where we are assembling Legos, and this will just give us a little more room. Plus, they're not so clunky when we have to move them around. And they were only $1.91, so I grabbed both of them. I like that. Y'all forgive my chicken wings if y'all see my chicken wing flab over here. Y'all know how sensitive I am about my arms. And then the only other thing I picked up there I thought would be good in my little gallery up in the wall somewhere is this little metal thingy that says home. and that was also $1.91. So then I walked my booty over in 102-degree weather in a parking lot, so it felt like I was walking 20 miles into the bins, and I found little dude some stuffies. Yes, he's 13, but without babying him, I want to hold on to as much of his childhood as he wants, and he still loves a stuffy. So I couldn't resist this little dinosaur because we are all Jurassic up at the moment. And then I found Emmett, the little Lego guy. They're still selling this guy at Target for I think 20 bucks maybe. I'm not sure, but they need to be washed, so I have to dump them in the laundry basket to wash them. But I'm just like, I know he still likes the stuffy, so until he says no mom, I don't want him, I ain't gonna get him. I found these pretty pots. One of them has a chip. There are two identical ones. I just had to take them outside and rinse them out because you guys, when I tell y'all they were full of dirt, y'all can see the marks. They still had dirt in them. So I took most of the dirt out because they go by weight. You ain't going to charge me extra for dirt. But I just brought them in. This is the one that has a chip. Yeah. See, that one has a chip right there in the corner. But I think they're gorgeous, and they're going to go outside with my other little white pots. I found this pretty yellow enamel frame. I'm going to put it with my other little enamel frames. I just thought it was very, very cute. I found this pretty little glass hummingbird. Lovely. No chips, no dings, no nothing. His little beak is intact. I just thought he was so stinking pretty. I found a huge stack of notepads, and I use these at work. So I went ahead and figured, oh, let me go ahead and take them. They had a whole bunch more, but I only took a few. Okay, somebody had dumped a whole bunch of school supplies with school having ended. I think teachers kind of just cleaned out their classrooms, and I found a bunch of these because I go through these like crazy at work, so couldn't resist those. I found a couple of gardening things along with those little white pots. I found this little plastic pot with little draining holes in it because I am tired of poking holes in my pots myself with the drill. It's just a little blue flower pot. Y'all know I'm gonna find something to put in there. And then this big Mama Jamma, it has a slight ding in it somewhere. But this big old stinking pot, you guys, I'm going to try and plant potatoes. I ain't lying. And they said that's the best size on YouTube and Google. So I got that for some taters. So after that, I was about to leave, but I thought, let me go ahead and give the bins that they had just brought out a quick go through, and I am so stinking glad I did, because you guys, if y'all know me at all, y'all know I love crosses, right? Y'all know I love metal scrolly goodness. I found this probably already similar to one I have, if not the same exact one. Oh, it's similar. Okay. Oh my gosh, is it the same one? You guys, it's just a little bigger than the one I currently have on this wall. But I somehow ended up decorating my dining room in crosses. And y'all know I'm not going to leave behind metal scrolly goodness and a cross. But that's not all the metal scrolly goodness I found, you guys. I was so excited. And I kept putting them in my basket thinking, I know it's only like 69 cents a pound, but these are kind of heavy. And I'm going to end up spending like $40. But I could not resist what I'm about to show you. Forgive the condition of the floor, guys. I have been in and out tending to my little plants. But this is the metal scrolly goodness that I found in the bins. There's Kitty Cat. I found this lovely thing, and two of those. There's the second one that I could not, hold on baby, you go outside a little bit. I could not resist and leave behind. I have to go outside one more time before I can mop up this little splooch of tiles, but y'all know I cannot resist metal scrolly goodness. So there is the awesomeness of it all. Now, all in all, guys, for everything, the rest that I still have to show you, it was only $19 and some cents, and then I rounded up for the charity, and it was only 20 bucks for everything that I've shown you so far and everything that I'm going to show you. So not only was my heart super excited about the metal scrolly goodness, you dig in the bins, and I found a cross, a little wooden cross, and I'm like, oh, that's nice. And then I found another cross and another cross and another cross. Now, I'm going to show you as well as I can the plethora of crosses that I picked up. You guys, they're beautiful. Now, I put a whole bunch of them back. The basic wooden crosses, and some were broken and chipped. I put a lot of those back. But let me try and show you guys really quick what I got. You guys, it's a whole bunch of them. Y'all know I love crosses. Y'all know I love me some silver. Okay, just bear with you guys because there are so many of them. this is gonna make the best collage collection. Now, like I said, there were some basic just wooden crosses that I kind of liked because of how rugged they looked, but I put them back because I really thought that it was going to be too heavy. You know, I was going to end up paying a whole bunch. I don't regret not leaving the wooden ones behind because I just wasn't feeling them. But these are my favorites. These are my favorites. I'm going to show you. I have these little tile. Now there's 2 of these. Okay, and then these little ones. Now I'm thinking, oh, sorry, and then this one. And I have something similar to this already on the walls in my living room, but I couldn't resist it. I wasn't going to leave it behind. So all of those crosses, hold on guys, there's more. There was this. Isn't that pretty? I'm thinking that looks like a huge belt buckle. And there's these. Pretty. And I kept digging and digging and digging, and I kept finding them. And this is the last one. So gorgeous. So I'm going to put all the silver ones together. I'm going to put the little Mexican tile and silver ones together. And then I'm going to put the wood and silver ones together. But I totally geeked out, and I dug and dug and dug until I made sure that there was none left. And I'm super excited. And then only paying 20 bucks for all this awesomeness, I couldn't believe it. I was super geeked out. So that's all of that. And then we went to Thrift Town last week or earlier in this past week, and I picked up a few things there which are too kind of heavy and awkward for me to show you guys here, so let's go over there. These are my Thrift Town finds. I have scratched my friggin' wall with these, but they are shepherd hooks, and they're the ones that you stake into the ground. They're a little rusty on the bottom, but they're still real sturdy, and each one of them was $2.99, so I'm super geeked out about using these for hanging flower baskets, for lanterns. Y'all know I'm all about my little zen outside. This pretty little box was $4.99, probably a lot more than I would pay for anything, but look at it. It is so stinking gorgeous. You know what? I try and stay within that $5 price. Now, this little butterfly was inside of the box because it had come loose, so I just went ahead and super glued it on there, but it's really pretty. And then I had to do a serious cleanup with nail polish remover because I am not good with super glue. I get it everywhere. But look at this gorgeous little trinket box. It is so beautiful, and it's gonna go on my bathroom counter for earrings. Just gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. And then the pot itself, this big mama jamma for something I'm gonna try and stick in here because everything I've been planting has been staying alive. I thought this was a really good price at $3.99. Even the register lady was impressed by that. My most impressed self was the shock at the awesome price of the shepherd hooks. So I am stoked for all the fun, pretty things I'm going to be able to do out in my yard. I'm running out of room. I'm going to have to rearrange some of the plants or just rethink. I'm not sure. Actually, some of these bigger pots are going to come in handy for replanting. I would need to replant my it's a bush I have out there, a flower bush. It's kind of struggling in the pot it's in, so I'm going to repot that one in one of these big giant ones. And then I'll just have a few little extras for whatever else gets into my head to plant. And the only other things that I have picked up since I've seen you guys last were the things at Thrifty Station. This pretty vase. It doesn't ting. It's just thuddy, but it was so stinking pretty, and it was $4. And my plan was to put a beautiful little arrangement of flowers for my sister for her birthday, but I couldn't find any flowers I liked, so we ended up doing other things for her birthday. But I'm still going to get my sister flowers because everybody should get flowers in their life. That was $4. These little earrings were $1. Y'all know I can't go to that little thrift store and not look at the vintage earrings of it all. It's these little 80s looking enamel little seashell ones. Gotta disinfect them, gotta clean them before I stick them in my lobes. And then the only other thing I picked up there I was so happy about, because I used to love this book when I was a little girl. It's Moon Mouse, and it's old and crusty and dusty, and it's been around a while, and it's just such an awesome little book and such an awesome little story. And you guys, oh my gosh, the smell, it takes me back to the elementary school library where we used to check our little books out. I love that old funky page smell. But it's such a sweet little book. It's a Random House book. This came from Arbor Acre Preparatory School. I don't even know if that's a Dallas school, but I think it was, when was it? Oh, it is a school book. Look, y'all remember these? You had to sign your name on them, and that's how they kept track of who signed them out. But I was so geeked out, and their books are $1. I love that stinking smell, and I'm just going to keep it because I may have grandkids someday, darn it. But that is everything. I thought it was going to take longer than it was going to, but I'm going to go ahead and take another shower because it's really sticky and gross outside. I've been in and out all afternoon since I came home, just, out in the yard and trying to figure out where I'm going to put all these new things and just checking on my plants. My tomato plant is actually, my tomatoes are actually turning red, so I can't wait to devour those. Everything is looking so nice out there. I'm just really impressed with myself and shocked that I haven't killed anything, but everything seems to be doing really, really well. And if I play my cards right, I may actually have cucumbers because I found a dying cucumber plant. I don't know if I told you guys that, but I'm just super excited. I found this sad little cucumber plant and I repotted it and it's doing really, really well. It's bushing out. It's so pretty. But y'all know that's my happy place now lately, being out in the yard. But yeah, I've gotten sticky and sunburnt a little bit and plenty of mosquitoes have been gnashing on me. So I just wanted to say hi and update you guys so I can put everything in rotation up in this house. And I feel like I'm forgetting something. I'm not sure, but I'm glad that I finally got into the wow of the thrifting of it all. I'm glad that Goodwill finally came through. The only thing that bugged me about Goodwill, and this is not a shot at any resellers, but the reason these thrift stores, in my belief, are raising their prices is because they've clued in to resellers. And when I went in today, there were 2 people in there that were going on and on about, oh my gosh, this is so cheap. That's an $800 table. That's $20 this. That's a $50 that. That's a $300 this and that. And they're only selling it for 15, for 30, for 40. We need to be going on and on and on really loud. And if you are a hardcore thrifter, a veteran thrifter, if you are a smart reseller, you know better than to be putting all that business out there, because not only will other people come in and buy the crap out from under you, the store is listening. Believe it or not, the stores are listening, and that's when the prices go up. So they just irked me to my soul. I wanted to smack them and say, can y'all stop? It's very obvious you guys are new to this. It's very obvious you guys are new to reselling, because one of the guys, there was a guy and a girl. The guy was going on and on about how he had bought something for this much and had sold it for this much. And I'm just like, oh, see, it's y'all. It's y'all. The ones that don't know how to act. The ones that don't know how to go about it, that are killing the thrifting game and the reselling game for so many stinking people. But like I said, I'm not trying to bash resellers. I'm not. A smart reseller knows better than to do that. A veteran thrifter knows better than to do that. You got to do stuff kind of undercover, kind of incognito. But yeah, it was kind of irksome, but I scored, so I'm not going to complain. But I hope you guys are having an awesome weekend. I hope you guys had an awesome weekend. I need to do something about this. And I hope your week goes incredibly well. I hope to have a real good week with my little dude, because this is my last week with him before he leaves me for 30 days. But until my next go around, I love y'all bunches. Bye.